Channel, everybody. I've thought I'd just nip out just before this storm comes because it's coming. It is coming. I think it's Storm. Is it Dave or I don't know? Storm Bob? No idea. Anyway, but yeah, today I want to talk about my progression in. God, he's coming in hot. Slow down. My progression in my motorbikes. And I know everyone's progression is different. It can be up and down, or big leaps, or it could be to a point where you think, I'm quite happy with what I got. I don't need any more power, any sort of bigger bike. And yeah, the kind of stabilise, I don't know if that's the right word, but plateau is probably a bit better. And itchy eye. And yeah, I just wanted to go through my progression. So when I turned 17, I got a scooter. It was an Aprilia SR125 scooter. A lot of fun, just to get back to and from work. And then I did my test when I was 23, I think it was 23. And passed it first time. And I got insured on my dad's motorbike, which was the Kawasaki Z750S. And yeah, it was nice. It went well, and I didn't use it as much as I wanted to. So it wasn't my bike. So I decided to get my own bike. I put a bit of money towards it. My dad put some money towards it as well. It was a mate of his. It was a Honda CBR 600. And do you know what? It was a nice bike. I think I just couldn't afford to run it, so it needed some repairs, and I had to sell it really. I probably had it 6 months, 7 months. I'm not 100% sure how long. But yeah, and then after that I had probably 10 years without a bike. Decided to get one. I think it was just after COVID, sort of 2020. Yeah, 2020, late 20s. And I saw this Kawasaki ER6F for sale, and bought it. And I picked it up from Crew, the guy, and I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun on it. I didn't go too far on it, didn't go really too adventurous, let's say. And that's when I started doing my IAM, my advanced. I started on that blue bike. It's a blue Kawasaki R6. Anyway, got to a point where things were going wrong with it, and it kept breaking down. And it got to a point, I remember, it just cut out. So I started it again, went down the road 2 meters, cut out again, went down the road again, cut out. It was cutting out while rolling, and I was restarting while it's rolling. And went into the garage, and I thought, you know what, I can't really trust it now. Got to a point, and it had to go. And I was actually abroad when it was in the garage, so I kept phoning the garage up saying, do you know what's up with it? Because at first people weren't sure, because it's electrical. But yeah, they fixed it. But I was, like I say, I was on holiday at the time, and I kept looking at these high boosters and whatever. I was thinking, oh God, I'd love to get one. Sell the Kawasaki and get this booster. Anyway, I went for a Suzuki demo day, and I had to go on the Suzuki GSX S1000, the GT. And this was actually after I had to go on the high booster, the brand new one. And I kind of fell for this GSX 1000, the GT. but I couldn't really afford to get a new one, so I looked for the older version, the GSXS 1000 BF, and I bought that, and I did a fair few miles on that. Brilliant bike, absolutely brilliant. And it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was uncomfortable, but it's not as comfortable as other bikes. Anyway, talking about uncomfortable, I went on another demo day, Suzuki, straight on the Hayabusa, and I thought, do you know what, I've got to have one now. That sounds like I'm an entitled brat. I didn't think that. I thought to myself, if I can afford on finance the PCP, I'm going to have one while I can. And my dad kept saying, please don't get Hayabusa, please don't get Hayabusa, because I think he thought it was a bit too much, a bit too overpowered. Anyway, I phoned him up and I said, Dad, I've got a new bike. And he said, please do not tell me it's a Hayabusa. I said, Dad, it's a Hayabusa. Oh, Adam, why? I said, well, you know, it's probably my only chance to get that sort of bike. And I took it round, the dad got it, and yeah, I think my dad fell for it there and then. But on from that, I needed something more comfortable, so I went for this, the Kawasaki Versys, and I've had this coming up to a year now. And yeah, I really do enjoy it. I'm looking forward to, like I said in previous videos, going a bit further afield and making the most out of it, like I did the Hayabusa. And just coming into Tutbury here. And I think with everyone, like I say, my journey personally was, it went from the ER6 at about 65 horsepower, give or take. It was a bit of an older bike, so it might have been a few less. And then up to a GSXS 1000, which is 150 brake. So it's quite a step. And then onto the Hayabusa, which is 185, 184 horsepower, which is another step as well. Back down to this Versys, 118 brake, 120 brake. And I do see, you know, on various posts and stuff about, you know, people when they've just passed, or you know, they're getting the first big bike, you know, people say just get this smaller capacity, smaller power, and you know, they're not wrong, but also I think, like for what I did, I had, you know, medium powered, and then I went straight to quite a high powered bike. And I think with any bike, you just got to have discipline. That's the thing. You just got to know that the more power you've got, the more danger you could get in, I suppose. But also, dare I say it, more fun. Maybe. But yeah, I think I'm going to try and do some drone shots here. We'll see, because it is quite windy. But we'll see.
If you ride with me, I gotta work for the both of us. I'll put you in the travesty. Don't gotta hurry in the name of love. When you ride with me, don't gotta worry when tomorrow comes. I'll put you in the travesty. Don't gotta hurry now, cause we stay in control in the name of love.
To wrap this video up, really just saying that you will get persuaded not to have a certain bike, or whether it's power, whether it's the look, whether it's a sports bike, whether it's cruiser, whether it's this, whether it's that. And to be honest, a lot of people's biking sort of career, it's not a career as such, but biking journey all looks different. And if you want to go get a Harley, go and get one. If you want to go get a Hayabusa, then do it. But also have fun. If you want to stick to 125s for the rest of your life, and do it. If you're having fun, that's the main thing. You know, my personal opinion, is that, let's come out of this, is that bikes, for me, are meant to be your fun. Could be your little escape. And yeah, if you want a Honda Grom, you go and get one, because it's still two wheels at the end of the day. It's still a little bit of freedom. Yeah, thanks ever so much for watching, listening, and I'm still a very, very small channel, I do understand, and I just want to know what your journeys look like. But yeah, just let me know in the comments. If you want to carry on with my YouTube journey, then hit the subscribe, like the video, share it, and yeah, we'll see where this goes. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one after this storm has come and gone. So yeah, take care guys.